Not a building you're going to miss. We are at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, a couple of rivals from the NFC East squaring off. It's the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. Here's Cavante Turpin on the return. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. And they're brought out by a quarterback celebrating a decade now as an NFL starter. Originally the 135th pick back in that 2016 NFL Draft, it's Dak Prescott.
He didn't get the full chance to build on his MVP runner-up season. An injury ended 2024 after just 8 games. But Dak's got a few more weapons around him. He's got a new head coach, a play caller, and at this stage of his career, he's got to make the most of it.
His first pass falls incomplete.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was, how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical. And that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Brought down by Paulson Adebo.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Prescott here from the gun. He finds Pickens left side. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a gain of 8. That's good for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun is Prescott. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Rolling left, buying some time. Now here he goes. And they get to him a good ways downfield from that line of scrimmage.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. First down, here's Dak. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, You'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Play action, Prescott. Chased out to his right. He tucks it and takes off. And he's going to be touched down at that spot, which means the effort makes it 1st and goal.
That's another Cowboys.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Here he goes on the bootleg. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Well, we're already seeing his legs going to be a factor in this contest. But I'll tell you what, Kate, if pressure's going to be on him like that, he's going to have to put his running back cape on and really use his ability to escape and keep things moving forward.
Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. Another try following the sack. He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Anticipating the pass, defense out there in dime. It's 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Has it in close. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys finish up an excellent opening series. And that opening series, you use this word a lot when we brought methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start. I mean, great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, and found the end zone as a result.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Giants nothing.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Gunnar Olszewski now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Giants out and get set for their first drive. They're led out by one of only a handful of quarterbacks, Brock, to eclipse 200 career starts. I know you covered him for a long time in Seattle. A 10-time Pro Bowl selection, Russell Wilson.
You know, Kate, his chef days might be coming to a close, but he still got a chance to cook in Pittsburgh last year, and he did have a winning record in 11 starts. He also threw 3 times as many touchdowns as picks, and that's why this opportunity and this door is opened in New York.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Ross off the play fake. Trying for the deep ball. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Russ now from the gun. Able to hit Robinson, complete. They got the football clock, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker, fourth down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
The Giants ready to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. Back out come the Cowboys for their second drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. He lost it, deep left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. On that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing again is Dak. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Prescott to throw here, 3rd and 2. Down the field, he's got Lamb. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
And the Cowboys, first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Throwing on first is Prescott. And in for the Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys pull out in front further, 13-zip. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there, because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cowboys drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
14, Giants nothing.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Tyrone Tracy now to return. To the defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Wilson now off the play action. That one's complete, right side. Short pickup to their own 31. Brought down by Deron Bland.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's low and bounces short of his man. First time this game they've looked to him. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Wilson. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going, and that incompletion won't help.
The Giants are set to punt. Devontae Turpin on the return for the Cowboys. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Cowboys and C.D. Lamb headed back out on offense. And they've had a real connection looking his way in our opening half. Seems pretty clear that he's the one the coverage is going to have to adjust to and start slowing down. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Line begins with a run. It's Williams. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Back now from the gun. This is complete. Jalen Tolbert. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Dak to the air here. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it. But it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Cowboys punting it away here on 4th, and it's the long-time vet Brian Anger on now. And hey, we see how under the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Giants offense all set to get started. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tracy. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Here's Tracy once more. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Now Wilson on the play fake. like a good target, Brock. Neighbors is there. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock the defense flat on its back.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. On play action now, Wilson. Caught by Theo Johnson. And they make this stop, I'm going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
2nd and 3 now. From the 37. We've got a screen to the running back. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. Wilson to throw again. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, New York. The Giants reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants cut the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Giants 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Turpin with a return. And a great run back has the offense just a touch shy midfield to start this drive. The Cowboys about set to take over. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Dak off the play fake. Finds his fullback. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
2nd and 3 now. Prescott takes off with it. They get to him behind the line, Brock. Looks like they're going to lose a couple on that zone read.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Prescott here from the gun. That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 28. That play good for 17 and a first down.
That's good for a Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll come up 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Getting out to his left. He's going to keep it this time.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Straight ahead with Williams. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Devon Holland there to make the stop.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Prescott set to pass. Setting up the screen. And they stand him up. No breaking through, and the defense holds.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. Aubrey puts it through, and they will push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
You look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's Tracy on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they welcome the same level of play on this series as well. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Wilson out of the pistol. He's keeping it.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
At the 30-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Running back sent in motion. Wilson now from the gun. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Wilson. Pass complete to Robinson. And he's taken down, but some quality yardage on that play.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, New York.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
A handoff to Tracy. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. From the 48. He's running with it, and he gives himself up after a short gain. Pickup of 2 here. And the Giants will have a first down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Our score, 17-7. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. On the handoff, this is Tracy. Well, a lot of effort there, partners, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Russ now from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And they make the stop, I'm going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. Running with Scatterboo. And the run will not work. He is soft at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Would have been a tough 54-yard field goal, so instead they're keeping the offense out there on 4th down. A give to Tracy up the middle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Wilson with it on 1st. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Wilson looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch. But then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
Got a man, and Neighbors has it. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Wilson keeping it here. And he's going to work ahead for a couple here. It's 3rd down now.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, 3rd down. Here's Wilson to the air. Cowboys rushing in, and they bring him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with the quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. The kick by Gano is good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Wanye Thomas now on the return. He lost the football, and they steal it back on the return. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Now, we just don't see kick returns nearly as often as we used to, Brock, which makes impact plays on them like that so much rarer.
Yeah, that is so well said. Kind of reminds me of my son's baseball coach, right? At a young age, you're always coaching those guys. Hey, the ball's going to come to you. The ball's going to come to you every single pitch. The ball's going to come to you. And these kickoff cover guys, they got to think in their mind every time is my chance to make a play, and they just did.
Again, right side to Tracy. And he nearly takes it to the red zone before going out. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They'll come up 1st and 10. They go right back to Tracy. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
The throw left side finds Johnson. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You trade a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's brought in by Slayton. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2.
1st and goal.
14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Well, bless his heart. Where some quarterbacks look off double coverage and check it down, this guy just attacks it head on. And why wouldn't he if he's capable of beating it for that kind of result?
Tracy has the New York touchdown. The Giants can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Gano for the PAT.
For the extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants make it 17 all.
17.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Turpin with a return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Cowboys offense headed out there. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. They take the hands off. Now Prescott. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Prescott now off the play fake. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Dak now from the gun. Brought in right side. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's good for a Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Another throw for Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Now running here with Jaden Blue. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Well, they shoot the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing the run was coming, and boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. Short pass brought in. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for Cowboys 1st down.
Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Going left side, Williams with it. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Michael McFadden able to make the play.
The tackle by Michael McFadden. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Giants' 31-yard line.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 31. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
2 yards. That's It's another Cowboys.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. From the red zone now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
This one's caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Big play for this offense. It's 3rd and goal. That throwing again. Escapes the... And he will score. It's a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good, creative quarterback. One that can extend the play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7.
Giants 17.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's Tracy on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. Russ looking to throw. Connects with Slayton. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
On the move, headed right. He's running for it. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Play action, it's Wilson. Take it off with it again. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, New York.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
They'll run it with Devin Singletary. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Wilson now from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Giants.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Yeah, this is cut. Touchdown, New York! The Giants can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Gano for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants bring it back to even.
24-24.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Thomas on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. He gets the handoff. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Working out of the gun. It's Prescott. Hauled in by Lamb, right side. And he will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
When you get that jet sweep to the outside, you have to. You have to get vertical. There is just too much team speed in today's NFL if you don't go north and south.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Prescott here from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Devon Holland comes up with it. And this is going to be a New York touchdown. It's a pick 6.
Gosh, I love that play on so many levels, Kate. Making the interception, already a terrific effort by everybody involved. But to put the cherry on top, to take it all the way back to the house, it required extra effort from everybody, and they get the job done.
Gano for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants break that tie and now lead by 7.
Cowboys 24.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Turpin with a return. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. First and 10 now from the 30. Back to the air. Prescott after that pitch. Screen here for Williams. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. From the gun is Prescott. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Matt. Has it left side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say he brought it in out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
They'll go with another punch, which brings Brian Anger back to the field. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. The Giants and Darius Slayton with the football once again. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. New York to the line, 1st and 10. Russ now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find quarterback a chance.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. Gets this to Slayton. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
First down, ball at the 30. On play action now, Wilson. Ooh, not much time to adjust, but he catches it still off the tip. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That is so difficult to do with so much traffic. You're going to see the short pass gets tipped, and you really don't have much time other than to just react and make the catch. Exactly what he does.
Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Now Wilson on the play fake. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. This is caught inside the 15. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
And the Giants first down.
Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break.
We are going to do this. We got this.
Graham Gano and the Giants field goal unit out. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. The kick by Gano is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Okay, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. Turpin with a return. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here on the 5th floor studios. A little abridged version of the halftime report here, as both defensive coordinators might be having speaks with their players. That begs the question, can any defense get a stop in the second half? To find out, let's go back out to the stadium and join our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Here's Tracy on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Giants, down Russell Wilson, headed back to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. First down. Here's Russ. Caught. Nice gain left side. Keeps on moving into the red zone. Touchdown, New York! The Giants grow the lead coming out of halftime. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. A second touchdown through the air for Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Gano for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants take a 3-possession lead. As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Gano ready to send this away. Turpin with a return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Williams. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They only get a yard out of that run. It's going to be 2nd down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. 3rd down run with Blue. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still 2nd down.
Here comes 2nd and 3 following the penalty. Dak now from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Dude, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of 30. That's another Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Steps up, and he's running with it. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Look at the quarterback's eyes. He's looking. He's looking. He's trying to find a lane of some kind, but there was nowhere to go. And he was lucky to get back to the line before that defense closed in.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Flag down. This could be a free opportunity for the offense. And it's a sack. They got there to take him down, but there was a reason for that. So we got a flag down. I think that's going to nullify the play. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still second down.
After the penalty, just 4 yards to go here on second down. Dak to the air here. Oh, he's going for it again. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with first and goal.
A gain of 9 yards.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Here's Dak. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys start the second half with some needed points. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys cut the lead down to 10. All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. On the return, here comes Olszewski. This makes it up to the 25. The Giants and Malik Neighbors set to go to work again. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. First call here coming from the shotgun. Ross off the play fake. Got a man. Robinson has it. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
A 5-yard gain brings up second down at the 31-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he gets it up to the 35, but this is short. Third down coming up.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the third and short.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Wilson on the sneak. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Kenny Clark in on the stop. 2 yards on the play. First down, Giants.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. From the gun, it's Tracy. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
38-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Taking the handoff, now Wilson. The throw left side, caught by Neighbors. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Hey, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
Wilson on third down. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Giants will have a first down.
First down, New York.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Hand off to Tracy. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Here's Tracy once more. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
Play number 9 of the drive. It's going to be 3rd and 5 to go. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Throwing deep towards the end zone. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
I'll tell you this, Kate. They doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Gano ready to send this away. Here's Thomas on the return. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. This gets out to the 30. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. They got the job done there last time out. Still trailing by a lot, though, so they're going to need a repeat of that touchdown here. First and 10 now from the 30. They go with Williams on the counter. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high-percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one doesn't go far.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
And the Giants going nickel. 3rd down coming. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. That's caught for the first. And he will get this inside the 30.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Williams now on 1st and 10. Having gained up a handful there. He was brought down by Roy Robertson Harris.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be 3rd down.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It can be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
5 men in the secondary for the G-men now, ahead of 3rd down. Prescott here from the gun. And the defender comes away with it. Positivo's got it.
Well, they're in danger going back to somebody who's already done damage in this game. He makes himself, well, he's a top target, but he makes himself a priority for this defense to defend, and they jumped on that opportunity.
The Giants and Malik Neighbors set to go to work again. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Wilson now from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They'll get 18 yards there. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Rick, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Hits him on the out route. It's a pickup of 11. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Tracy. He'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 47. He's keeping it. And Wilson's going to slide it down as he finds it up for the 1st.
A gain of 7. And the Giants 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Throwing again is Russ. Dump off caught by his back. Jukes one defender. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Tight end going in motion here. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Sticking in the air with Wilson. Pass complete to Robinson. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
A waste of time.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
A give to Tracy up the middle. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Russ now from the gun. The throw is caught. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
QB sneak going. He's denied the goal line, but they're still going to have a chance here, bro. That play did get him enough to make it 1st and goal.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Tracy has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. Here's another for him. And he's backed up again as they stop him for another loss.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
3rd and goal now from the 6 after that last play. Russ is going to cook here. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. This from just 23 yards away. The kick by Gano is good. And that'll give them a 16-point advantage.
But when we start discussing who their most dependable scorer is in this game, I don't think it's one of these skill guys, not even the quarterback, who comes to my mind first. I'm going to bring up this kicker. He's now a perfect 4 for 4 on field goals and contributing big time to this lead.
Gano ready to send this away. Here's Thomas on the return. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. The Cowboys about set to take over. And a nice drive last time out, Brock, squandered by that interception. So I think they'd take a repeat of everything except that final play. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Straps quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
That's a pretty good look right there at the struggle offensive linemen have. Athletically, they're just not as fast as these linebackers. And if they don't win early, those linebackers outrun them and make a play like that behind the line.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Prescott will look to throw. Short pass brought in. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
Looking from the pistol, Prescott. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know, Kit, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. Ryan Anger, the one to send it away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Giants and Malik Neighbors set to go to work again. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You're not going to see it in the box score, Kate, at the end of the game, but that was some high-quality zone coverage right there. Great design. Tremendous communication. Everybody trusting one another. And it allowed them to just collapse that pocket and finally get home.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Another try following the sack. They just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Incomplete. It's third down and 12.
This our last play of the quarter. Throwing on third, Wilson. This is Cox, that's Slayton. And he's going to set them up with a first down on a huge gain. So we're through 3 here. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Coming left is Tracy. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
Stay on schedule. SOS. We talk about it all the time offensively. You've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks. Going to take some superhuman effort now on second down.
Offense to the line for second down. Wilson. There he is again. It's Neighbors. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Giants will have a first down.
First down, Giants.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. They go right back to Tracy. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
You know, Kate, sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Russ setting to throw. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
They'll send out the punting unit. It's going to be Jamie Gillen doing the honors. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Dak off the play fake. That one's cut on the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Throwing on first is Prescott. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air. Prescott. Quick slant. That's Williams. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio. This guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Dak out of the pistol. Completed over the middle. And he's done a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on it, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Dak throwing again. Ooh, got him close to the line of the game. Down to the 25, 3rd and maybe a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
Prescott to sneak it. And that'll be enough for the 1st as they touch him down.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Prescott again on the keeper. Only able to get back to the line on that first down play, so no gain.
I'll tell you what, anytime we get to see this safety display his range, it's a thing of beauty, not just in the passing game, but look at him navigating all that traffic downhill and applying the hit to stick it behind the line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Dak now from the gun. That's him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down here at the 16.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Aubrey puts it through. And that drops the deficit down to 13.
That field goal didn't do a lot on the scoreboard to make it a more attackable deficit, but it does create a sense of urgency here for this defense to get off the field.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
For the Cowboys.
Here's Tracy on the return. Oh, putting him in the spin cycle. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Giants and Darius Slayton with the football once again. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Here's Tracy. And he needed his 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, he's just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Wilson keeping it here. And he gives himself up after a short gain. Give him 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for 3rd down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. A gain on the play. 1st down, New York.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a 1st down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
First down, here's Russ. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
He'll go left side with Tracy. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's Wilson. Completed to his running back. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays on the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Running this with Tracy. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up and get a 4th down.
I'm just looking at this hourglass of saying, Kate, and realizing there's not much time left for this team. But the only chance they had was to create a sack right there. Give a little momentum to their offense, who now has no margin for error. You got to go score.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And they could really use a good one here. This was not hit well. It's headed for that sideline. And this punt is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30. The Cowboys offense headed out there. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. First and 10 now from the 30. First down, here's Dak. He throws a bullet to the center. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 39 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
That's good for a Cowboys. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Prescott on first and 10. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And it looks like the Giants got to that one.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Now here comes the New York offense. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. While the new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
Play is under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground, while the defense is hoping it didn't.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be second down. They'll run the toss for Williams. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line to gain.
With all these collisions these running backs take between the tackles, sure nice to get a little crease on the outside, get in that open field, and let these runners do their thing.
Third and a lone yard coming up. He has it on the QB sneak. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have fourth down coming up.
So many options on 3rd and 1. That playbook wide open. And when you call a QB sneak, the last thing you want is to see that play go backwards.
Down in the 4th, offense staying out there for this. They'll run for this, and he is stuffed at the line. They don't get the yard they need, and they're going to catch a breather. They turn it over on downs.
It's a turnover on
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
The Giants about to get to work on offense. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. He'll start the drive with Singletary. And he'll make his way through for a pickup of 4.
on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Here's Singletary again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
This game has evolved so much over the years, but there's just certain times, there's certain moments, some flashes of greatness like that you see Dick Butkus, that you see Jack Lambert, that you see Mike Singletary. These middle linebackers stuffing a run. This guy in particular, like the greats used to do.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Jerome Bland has it.
Okay, I think you can almost sense a little bit of a hesitant spark out there. Nobody is going to get too excited. You're still down 2 scores, but there's a little flash of hope, a little flash of optimism. Their defense just gave the offense by taking the ball away.
Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now Dak to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Second and 6 coming up here. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
1st and 10, Prescott. Right side, Ferguson's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
An 8-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the Giants' 23-yard line.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 23. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Going back to that Pickens well again. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys now within 1 score offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys get it back to within 6.
47. Cowboys 41.
Points now separating our teams. On the return, here comes Olszewski. And this drive will start inside the 25. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. Their lead still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now is just make these plays, run out this clock so we could take one more knee and celebrate.
Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. Here's Singletary on the toss. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
They got out ahead of that one, and good thing, too. That effort, right? Just that pursuit, that want-to, may have prevented a big play, and instead, well, they nearly got him for a tackle for loss.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Draw play. This is Singletary. 2nd down run, good for 4. That brings up 3rd down. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Interference. Offense.
Don't want to give them another shot at 3rd down, so they'll bring up 4th while they can and decline the flag. So out now comes the punter. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Cowboys and C.D. Lamb headed back out on offense. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. So 2nd down coming up.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Inside 90 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Looking to throw it. Complete out to the right. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a gain of 12 there. That's good for a Cowboys first down.
That's good.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. They look to throw it. Gets him on the end route. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
31-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Setting up to pass. Ferguson's got it. Complete. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stopped just a little bit shy of the marker.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. To throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. So it's a win for the visiting Giants. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Giants as we say so long from Dallas.